Hey guys, Cam here with Popcorn for Breakfast to talk to you about HBO Max, the brand new streaming platform from HBO and Warner Media. We've had access to this platform for 5 days now, so I am here to break down all of the information, our initial thoughts, and our review of this platform 5 days after launch. Let's do it. All right, so the first thing you're probably wondering is what exactly is HBO Max? Now, HBO has had a number of streaming platforms over the last few years, so I want to go through quickly the differences between these platforms. So before HBO Max, HBO had HBO GO and HBO Now. HBO GO was the tag-along app with your cable subscription. So if you had a cable subscription that included HBO, you got access to HBO GO so that you could take your HBO streaming on the go. So you had access to all of HBO's video content library. HBO Now was similar to HBO Go in the sense that it had the exact same content library. The difference is HBO Now came in at a price point of $15 and you did not have to have a cable television subscription in order to have access to that platform. So the best way to think about the new platform, HBO Max, is a replacement for HBO Now. So it comes in at that $15 price point. You have access to all of your existing HBO content, but now you also have additional access to Turner content, Warner Media content, Studio Ghibli, Turner Classic Movies, and tons of other content, as well as HBO Max originals. So it comes in at the same price point as HBO Now, but you're actually getting more content. Now, the good news is that if you have the HBO Now app on most of your devices, it will just update to HBO Max. You'll be able to log in using your same credentials, and you'll be able to transfer with no additional hassle. In fact, even if you have a TV subscription with HBO, you're most likely going to be able to get into HBO Max with no additional charge and no additional hassle besides downloading the new app and signing in with your television provider. Additionally, if you didn't have HBO access before through your provider, you might get it now because AT&T is offering all kinds of different packages that include HBO Max. For example, I have AT&T 1000 internet service. I do not have an AT&T cable subscription, but I still get access to HBO Max for free because I have a high enough caliber internet service. So that is one of the really cool things about this platform. All right, so now that we know the difference between these different platforms, I want to jump in and get to what is good about this platform and what is bad about this platform and what our initial thoughts are 5 days in. I want to start with the bad so that we can finish out with the good because that's how we like to do it on Popcorn for Breakfast. So a couple of bad things about this platform. First of all, if you're a heavy streamer, there's a good chance that you're using either a Roku streaming device or an Amazon Fire TV device to stream a lot of your content to your television. As of today, there is no application on Roku TV or Amazon Fire TV to support HBO Max, which is a massive, massive bummer. So that means you're probably streaming from your tablet, or if you happen to have a Google Chromecast or an Apple TV, you can actually stream through those with HBO Max. Otherwise, your tablet living. Another bummer about this platform is that if you're comparing it head-to-head against a lot of the other streaming platforms, Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, it comes in at a premium price point of $15 a month. So premium content equals premium pricing. There's really no way to avoid that. But if you're looking at budget alone, this one may not make the cut for you. Finally, the last bad thing about HBO Max is that at this time there is no ability to stream in 4K HDR resolution, which, as I mentioned before, you're probably streaming on a tablet, so right now you're not going to notice a marked difference. But if you have an Apple TV 4K, or in the future whenever there are Roku apps and Amazon Fire TV apps, and you're streaming on there and you have access to 4K, you're not going to have the ability to stream at 4K as of right now, and there's no plan to up that anytime soon. So those are some of the things right out of the gate that are going to be potential drawbacks for HBO Max. Now let's flip over to the good side. The good side of HBO Max is, first of all, that the user interface is really clean. It works really well. If you've used it on your tablet already, you've probably noticed that it's smooth. It's not very buggy, and it's just really clean. You know, Disney Plus's user interface, still to this day, honestly feels a little bit forced. There are a couple of other UIs. I don't really like the Hulu UI, but this UI is clean, it's crisp, it makes sense, it's easy to navigate to all of the different things that you want to view, and it's not difficult to search and add things to your watch list and stream, because it lacks those bugs. So from a software development perspective, we had a pretty clean launch here for HBO Max. One of the other good things is just the catalog. I mean, right out of the gate, HBO's catalog is second to none in terms of original content. Now you're getting HBO Max original content added onto that, not to mention tons of Criterion classics and the Turner Classic Movies, things like Casablanca, these classic timeless films like The Godfather that you'll have access to with HBO Max. Additionally, Turner Media content, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, the critically acclaimed Studio Ghibli anime collection, tons and tons of good content on HBO Max. And this is just the launch content. So I really think that there's a lot of good stuff coming. Oh, not to mention Friends, for all you Friends fans out there. Friends is now exclusively on HBO Max. So if you want access to it, that's the only place you can get it. So as from a content library perspective, I mean, it's two thumbs way up. They are off to a really good start with more to come, undoubtedly. And lastly, the final pro of HBO Max is the balance of content between adult content and family content. I think a lot of times when you think of HBO, you think of that really adult-heavy content. Bringing in the addition of Cartoon Network, bringing in some of these original series like the Not So Late Show with Elmo, and a lot of the new Looney Tune cartoons and things that they're adding on there really makes this a nice balanced platform, and honestly more balanced than Disney Plus, because Disney Plus is really skewed towards the kid-friendly content. And in a lot of cases, I think this is more comparable to Netflix in terms of finding balance between adult shows and kid shows, which makes it a really good family platform, which is exactly what you want for $15. So overall, our recommendation with HBO Max is to give it a try. There's a 7-day free trial. If the content's for you, there's really nothing that should be holding you back. If you're worried about the Roku app, the Amazon Fire TV app, have no fear. CNET is reporting that those apps are in develop. Those apps have already been developed, and that they're just waiting to kind of iron out these details. Disney Plus had a similar thing early on where they were down to the last minute in getting those deals done. So I'm confident that Amazon Fire TV and Roku will get this settled, and we'll have those apps available in the future. I can't imagine that HBO is going to go much longer without 4K HDR content. So if you can stomach the $15 price point, this is a really good platform. It's off to a really good start, and we expect this content library only to get better and better. So if you already have HBO Max, drop us a line. Let us know in the comments what you think of it. And please like and subscribe to our page if you like this video, and we will keep videos like this coming. Happy streaming. We'll talk to you later.